Wait a minute, folks. We've got a live exclusive coming at you live and direct from Harmony of the Seas. Ready? On the count of three. 1, 2, 3. Oh no!
Did you go up flying?
No. What? I lost my drink in that. Amazing!
It's all for the channel, you know?
Oh my gosh! That was classic! This is the only...
You know what?
I cannot believe that just
She
happened.
did get dressed up for that.
Come on.
She totally got dressed up for this!
That's my dress.
That's my dress!
I'm serious. It is my dress.
It's all good, you guys. Thank you.
Woo! Oh, look at that! Here we go! Oh my God!
Your drink.
I keep losing. God, this is so much fun.
Next.
Who's next?
Who's next?
Sharon!
Sharon!
She's like, don't you even think about it. So, Doug, tell us what you think so far of this week.
This has been the most awesome trip of my life, just from start to finish so far, and more to come. We've
That's
got
right.
a few more
We still
days
got
of
a couple
partying.
more days.
The entertainment, the people make it. Awesome group here, just partying all the time, having fun, good vibes, great stuff.
Yeah. Uh-oh. It looks like we've got the answer to the question, and he's coming with gifts.
Oh, he's coming with.
He's got gifts. Hello. What's going on? Hello, Governor.
You brought cheese.
He brought the cheese, y'all.
I brought this. This is something that we got from one of your best buddies in the world, and we knew that we couldn't finish this whole thing ourselves. And we thought, what better place to bring it than to the ship show and share it with the team. So, boom.
Can have it in the pool.
What? Look at that.
So there you have it.
I don't know where to put this.
Listen,
We're not even going to go there, brother.
this community is so awesome. I'll second that. Is that the, what is that pose? I don't know what you call that. The stretching mule? I'm not sure.
I was like, I need another drink pose. Sorry.
He was like a hunting dog. He saw. He was,
Grand King.
Hey, shipheads! I'm racing to get home in time for the ship show. I'm so excited. I think I'm about to lose 8 of my 9 lives just to make it in time. Time to see John and Doodles. Wow! I love the wind in my fur. And so will you when you watch the ship show. Meow. Pagah.
What's going on?
Meow Bagok indeed.
Meow Bagok indeed.
Yes. Hello, everybody.
Bulavanaka.
Hey now.
Bulavanaka. How's it going, everyone?
How y'all doing?
It's the Ship Show coming at you live and direct from Ship Show Studios where the magic happens.
Yes, it's Wednesday, and thank you, Paul, for another excellent intro. Can always count on you, buddy. Thanks a lot.
You can count on me, baby.
It's all working, says Michael Fromage Ento Giovanni, who actually was the supplier of that fromage tray in the video.
Mr. Anto Giovanni.
He knows his fromage.
Anto Giovanni is heavily featured in the vlog that was done last week that I just haven't uploaded yet. For reasons of, I've got reasons. But I should have uploaded it over the holiday weekend, but, you know, there was golfing going on. Yeah. There was life happening. And, I mean, let's face it. I mean, it wasn't the right time. I'll release the vlog
well, it was
probably
a holiday.
the week before.
You should be relaxing. Maybe a little partying. Maybe a little eating.
There was all that.
All of that.
There was all that and a bag of chips.
Got to golf a couple times.
Yes, we did.
Yes.
Yes, I golfed horribly. But yes, was it now? Well, actually, I'm not going to talk about that.
3 times in the last 4 days.
Yeah, I'm not going to talk about that though. We'll just leave that alone. Just can't stand between a man and his golf, says Megan Hatter. That's right. Tony Jackson's here, the handsome guitar man. How you doing?
Yes.
Can't wait to see you, hopefully, in Vegas here coming up soon. Bunta beat me, he says. Did he?
I think he first day.
Yeah, the first day I was terrible.
Yeah.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Yeah.
I mean, let's face it, I'm terrible every day. But
no, come on. Come on now. Christopher Brown says, Polish Eagle Doodles, ? Yes, Polish Eagle actually went to a Polish festival in Muskegon, Michigan this weekend.
Oh, snap. I'll be right back.
And you know, my wife is 100% Polish, comes from a heavy Polish family. I guess you could see that from the 100%, but I'm the only one in the family that's not. But I can get down with the Poles. You know what I'm saying? More ways than one. But
get down with the Poles, all right.
Yeah.
Somebody cue the music.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway.
I forgot to change.
I like the Polish food. I like the Polish music. There was some, good accordions going on, some pierogies. It's all good.
Pierogi.
But there were multiple.
It's still pierogi.
Well, I'm not Polish, so.
Well, now you know. The more you know, the better you are. So let's have pierogies at every meal. How's everybody doing? Yaximus. Stolat. Is there an event page for the SAST Ship Show Vegas meetup? I don't think there is.
No, but I made that announcement last week just assuming there was one.
Oh, yeah. Well, come on. I don't think we have one. We leave that kind of... Oh, Jody Knapp's watching us on the big screen. Okay, right. Jody, how you doing? But we don't have a Facebook group for it. We do, however, have a Facebook group for our upcoming October group cruise.
Yes.
On the Norwegian Breakaway.
And there are bookings available. Just contact the Ship Show and America's Travel Agent, Sharon at Sea.
That's right.
Because we got an awesome gang going. And yes, we do have a Facebook page for that.
Yep, indeed.
Also, already some excellent banter for how excited people are. What are the happenings? Beach day, beach party day.
Golf day.
Listen,
it's going to be fun.
Pubs, Bermuda shorts. Yes.
Tony Jackson says, doing good, trying to call in some favors at work to be free Saturday. Yes! Oops. That's not what I was trying to do. No, dang it.
You mean...
There we go.
You mean...
Yes. Sorry. We were so glad Tony Jackson's coming. It's going to be off the chisel.
Is that next weekend?
Yes.
Next weekend?
No. It's not next weekend. It's the weekend after. It's the It's the 24th to 25th. It's going to be Saturday meetup at New York. We found a cool place to go. And then Sunday, we've got the meetup for the football games in Nine Fine Irishmen. We've got the place to ourselves. Well, not to ourselves, but we've got the same area set up. What did I say?
Nine Fine Irishmen.
Yeah, Tom's
Don't go
Urban.
to Nine Fine Irishmen.
come to Tom's Urban. But if come on, you know what we're talking about. We'll be all hanging out probably Friday night and Saturday and Sunday. So it's going to be a good time. And we can announce again that Tony Barnett's going to be there from La Lita Loca. So that'll be cool.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Yeah.
Jimmy Willard's got a question. When do you guys leave for your SAST Ship Show group cruise?
October 24th, 2021 out of New York City.
New York. Well,
the cruise ends on Halloween.
The cruise leaves on
night.
the 24th, but when are you arriving in?
22nd.
You're going 2 days. Oh, yep.
Yep.
Wait. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so am I. I shall be there then too.
Tom's Urban has a bolo out. A bolo out on the ship show. Oh, a bolo. Okay, gotcha. Ben is fine. Knocked over the vacuum, so he's been guarding the humans from the scary piece of machinery all day. So far, we are alive, says Liz, the mother hen.
Liz, the mother hen, are allegiant and lovely and hilarious moderator.
I like the word allegiant.
Yes.
That's awesome.
She is.
What a great word.
We are to her.
We are. Listen, she is the key cog in this operation. Let's be
crafty,
honest.
I tell you what.
She gets around. She's crafty. She's always down. She's crafty. She's got it right, and she's crafty. She does it every night. Crafts.
Yeah, get your head out of the gutter.
Come on now.
Come on.
How you doing, Liz? Keep an eye on these people.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on them.
Our other moderator, Flamingo Pam, is on the Mardi Gras right now.
Flamingo Chicken Dance Chance, Flam Pam, Shagama Lama Whamma is definitely
all
on the
those
Mardi
folks
Gras.
on the Mardi Gras. Look, seems like everyone's already been on the Mardi Gras.
I know it.
We have to wait till
Except
February.
for us. Except for us.
I am enjoying seeing it all. I mean, Dave and Brandy, the pictures they shared in the pool, that's like, it's almost like an infinity pool going over the edge of the
with
ship.
those
That
seats,
looks
the
sick.
seats in the water.
Sick.
Get straight out of town. I watched Sharon at Sea's live stream. They were having a blast. Some of those bar venues, holy macaroni salad.
Yeah.
I want to go on the Prima, says Bunta. I looked at that. Definitely looked at it. Uh-oh, something. Phone just died.
Oh.
Heaven's sakes.
Or as they say in Australia, oh, nar.
Oh, nar.
Well, hey there, Bunta. We enjoyed having you here at the homestead.
Yeah, Bunta was
for the
here. We
holiday
had a good weekend.
Yeah.
So we've got an agenda this evening. We have a special guest.
Got notes.
Got notes. Upside down notes. I can tell you this. We're going to try an exclusive barreling of some Carnival Mardi Gras Woodford Reserve that our good friend Matt and Kimbra got us on the Carnival Mardi Gras. He's got a bottle of his own, and it was selected on November 2nd, 2020 by the Carnival Mardi Gras. We're each going to try it live on the air.
Fantastic.
And I think, I don't see why we're sitting here pontificating around. Why don't we bring him in?
Bring him in so we can dive into that bottle.
Should we? Okay. Would you just look at that?
Hey,
look, it's Matt and Kimbra. Fintastic Cruising from Fintastic Studios with association with the Ship Show.
That's right.
I was doing like the trailer, the Ship Show in association with Fintastic Cruising.
You had it going on in
It's
your mind.
Jaws 17. How you guys doing? Thanks for joining the show.
Doing good. John, was I not supposed to drink this already?
Oh my
wait a minute.
gosh. How dare you? I'm just going to go ahead and click out. Okay.
I think we're good here.
I was about to click out. I was about to say, see y'all, you
know.
have violated a bro rule like no other bro rule has ever been violated.
It has been sitting here for the last 3 weeks.
It's still sealed.
And every time I say, let's open it, let's get a little taste. And he's like, nope, we got to wait for Fintastic.
Yes.
You know what I realized? I had these on the floor so I could do that. And I realized that the one from the Mardi Gras is a liter instead of a 750 milliliter. I'm like,
oh, it is
a bigger bottle right there.
It is a bigger bottle.
Yeah.
Hey, and how much? I mean, how much was it?
Oh, what was it? 30,
$37.
37 bucks?
Oh my gosh, that would cost way more for a liter
Right?
here. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Deal.
Yeah.
Deal.
Angie, whatever floats your boat, says I need to get my laptop so I can at. I like your style. I like your style. I see Nautical Nurse Nancy's in the house. How about we say hi to the peeps real quick? What do you guys say?
I got dressed up for this.
Should we say hi? All right.
Sure.
Let's say hi, yeah.
Amy Franzak's in the house. Angie, whatevs floats your boat is here. It's actually Angie, hashtag whatever floats your boat. Beached in Texas is in the house. Boot Terrific is here.
Oh, his name actually says Boonta now. I like it.
It does.
I like it.
Boontalicious.
He's getting all boontified watching the ship show.
Yes. Chris Goo is here. How you doing from the Goo Show? Mr. Chris, how you doing, my buddy? Christopher Brown, Crazy Cat Traveler. Wanda Chiquita Bonita Byram is here from Cruising for Food. Daniel Fields, Donnie Luke. How you doing, Donnie? Jamie Wilhite, Jason Bone. Love that name. Jason Steppian's here. How you doing, Jason? Glad to see you.
Jason Bone.
That's a
great name.
He probably hates us for that.
I love that name.
Jody Knapp is in the house. She's watching on her big screen. Matt's trying to pluck us off the screen.
I'm trying to marionette you guys, you know?
I squish your head.
Doot. Who else we got? JP Travel and Adventures. Welcome. Karen Griswold. How you doing? The ever-present Karen. We're so glad to have you. Keith Williams. Kevin Counts. Kevin Francisconi. Kevin is good today. And Kendi Lou. How you doing, Leanne Francisconi? Kevin Counts. Laugh is good today. And, of course, Lindy Lou. You know I got my eye on you.
You just melted her heart.
Yeah.
You did.
Talking about the Lindy Lou. Yeah.
All right, don't melt it too much.
All right, I just melted the microphone with my sultry voice. You'll never find. Boom, boom, Liz Breen, the mother hen's in the house. How you doing? Lovey's Fat Life. Mary Ellen Dillon. Hello. You know who I haven't seen is Al Clayco, my dad. Meg W's in the house. Megan Hatterer. Michael Anto Giovanni Fromaggioso. How you doing, sir? Michelle M. The Queen of Slots is here, everyone.
The other half of Dancy.
Nancy Fields is in the place. How you doing? Glad to see you. Happy you're here. I also see that we've got Nautical Nurse Nancy in the house. Nancy, glad you could make it to the ship show. You doing all right?
Yes.
Oh, okay, good. Hey, how was your trip to Cancun?
Yeah, they're getting a lot of views.
No, your trip to Cancun.
Man, we had such a great time in Cancun. So we're
Thank you.
She loves Cancun.
Remembering.
Meanwhile, Nancy's been on like a bunch of different cruises. She's been on Adventure of the Seas. She's been on Mardi Gras. I mean, for heaven's sake, she's
been to Cancun.
I'm still over here talking about Cancun. I need to get more drops for Nautical Nurse Nancy over here. Nick B is here. Paul Atta Don't Matter is in the place. Rodney Hardy, how you doing? Rhonda Carney. Spikers. Crazy Adventures is here.
Hello.
Stacy Waldrop. Stephen Z. The Cruise World is here. The Uber Cruisers, welcome. Tom Beetle Bailey, he sent me a message earlier, but I was frantically getting ready. I didn't have time to watch it
Hello,
yet.
Sir
but I'll get
Tom.
to it.
Good to see you.
I will get to it. Now. If we missed you in the chat, let us know in the comments and tell us we're a bunch of buttheads. You know what? You can tell us we're these. If you hit the thumbs down button, this is what you are. That's right. All right. So, Matt, Kimbra, how you guys doing?
Doing good.
Great.
Coming at us live and direct from the Tampa area. Is that correct? Got to hang out with those two down there when I was down there for work. Had dinner at, what was the name of the place?
Columbia.
Columbia. Very good. I got myself my first actual real Cuban sandwich.
Oh.
And that's the place to get it from too, the Columbia.
Yeah. It was invented there, and you can't tell me different.
And you got some stogies in Tampa?
Got lots of stogies. I did.
Nice.
I did. You guys are fresh off a cruise. You want to tell us about it?
Yeah, well, we're 2 weeks off a cruise? Is that right? 2 weeks off a cruise, I think.
Yeah.
Is that about how long it took you to grow your beard back? About 2 weeks?
Actually, funny you say that because
it's been 4 days.
Wondering about that. I went back to our live streams for the last couple of weeks, and we did a live stream on, I think, the night after we got back from the cruise, and it was barely stubble. So yes, this is about 2.5 weeks of growth right here.
Oh my gosh, that's like 4 months for me, right?
Is it
there.
usually when you're going on a trip and you're going to be going either snorkeling or scuba diving, so the mask won't bother you and all that?
Yeah, it's not a huge deal, but it gets itchy and stuff. Like even having it now, I'm like ready for it to go. I like the way it looks. I don't like the way it feels. So
yeah, I gotcha.
But yeah, when the mask leaks a little bit, if I'm diving, it's not a big deal. It's more of a problem if I'm snorkeling.
Yeah, I get it.
Because you got to put that Vaseline all up in your beard to make a seal. I watched your video.
Yeah. I don't like doing that.
I don't either.
I just clear my mask, but when you dive down deep and that pressure change is real quick, sometimes the water will just squirt up your nose. That's when it's just not good.
Yeah, that's no good at all. Can you ask Matt to talk about his art and YouTube channel too? Yes, we're going to get to that. As a matter of fact, speaking of Matt's art, and this really isn't even a good example of how good he really is, but just look, Matt made this shirt and I made this design and I'm honored to wear it tonight. Just look at it.
Is that you?
It's the rooster. And it's so old school.
It's because you wear it all the time.
It still says Klaykowski's on it from before we were the ship show. And, he even made a Doodles one. You guys want to see it?
Oh, I'm sure they do.
Look, Doodles has a little beard. Matt, thank you for that. But you do lots of artwork. Very impressive stuff. He actually drew the Doodles and Klaykowski that you see on the thumbnail tonight. You put bodies on our heads.
I was going to say, I only did the bodies. I don't take responsibility for the heads.
Yes. Well, still, it was awesome.
Yeah. Impressive stuff. I love when that pops up on your guys' feed.
Kevin Brubaker says, Vaseline and stuff squirting up your nose. What did I walk into? Oh, my gosh. Heaven's sakes.
Well, of course,
alive.
Sir Kevin. Head in the gutter.
So tell us a little bit about your YouTube channel, because there's people here, I'm sure, that you want to talk to. Tell them all about Fintastic Studios, Fintastic Cruising, Fintastic everything.
Yeah, so we have too many Fantastics. We have Fintastic Studios as the YouTube channel. Fintastic Cruising is the podcast, but they're connected. We do the podcast on the YouTube channel. Right now, finally, we've been getting a lot of vlogs out again because we were just on that cruise. We were on the Mardi Gras 2.5 weeks ago. And so if you're interested in cruise vlogs, of course, that's what we do. But because we are who we are, we have a lot of underwater stuff, a lot of scuba diving, a lot of snorkeling. We're getting ready to drop a Nassau video that is going to change a lot of people's minds that are down on Nassau if you like to snorkel and see creatures.
Good.
That one hopefully will come out this week.
Give people an alternative choice of something they might not necessarily do.
And
Nassau.
It's free.
Yeah.
And it's free.
Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome.
That's awesome. And I have to say, and I can't remember, Matt, whatever it was that I got the screen grab from for tonight's thumbnail, what was that? What was that?
Alexander Springs.
Alexander Springs. That was a fun video. I really liked the kind of time lapse in the middle there with the funny music, and you guys were swimming around and you ran into an underwater goose. That was funny. I've never seen an underwater goose until I watched that video. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you should go watch it on their YouTube channel because it's funny.
Thank you.
Well, people might not know. I know we know, but you said because we are who we are. The two of you both work in the aquatic field, I guess you could say. As
We're
part
underwater.
folks. And can you, in one of the largest aquariums, and can you kind of just, what is a day what's a regular day at work for you guys?
And it's the Florida Aquarium, right?
Correct.
In Tampa. Yep.
Yeah, Florida Aquarium, downtown Tampa.
I wasn't sure if I was supposed to
I'm
say
an
that.
educator there, so I teach a lot of programs. I take care of our ambassador animal collection. Kimbra schedules those programs.
I sit at a desk, but when I talk to really rude people, I go for a walk in the aquarium.
I was gonna say, but what did you do? Like, so today we were off. We were flexing for Labor Day, but like the last thing that you did on yesterday was you went and saw the baby dwarf seahorses.
Yes.
Because I ran into you. Now these are dwarf seahorses are like this big. These are baby dwarf seahorses. These are like if seahorses had trophies, these are the seahorses that would pose for the trophy statues. But so my day can be a little interesting because I do take care of some animals. So sometimes I'm doing anything from training alligators to feeding whatever creature or doing research. Like I was researching tongue parasites.
I saw that.
The picture. Yeah. Oh boy.
Yeah. So you never know because I got to look up all kinds of crazy stuff. So it's kind of fun.
It's an interesting perspective you two of you have on your channel because yes, you're doing cruising, but you're always tying in some really interesting things of underwater life and things you
cruise creatures
know and cruise creatures. So I love that angle.
Creatures. Yeah, I mean we love cruising and I love all kinds of aspects of cruising, and I think Kimbra is the same way. But honestly, the creatures is why we do it. Like if there were no creatures in cruising would probably be a holiday I would do occasionally. But the creatures makes it like a lifestyle for us.
Well, if you think about it, you guys are cruise creatures.
This is true.
Do you know what I'm saying? Bunta says he's looking into Iceland, Norway, Belgium in June 2023 on the Prima, I'm assuming. Kevin Count says he listens to and watches the Fintastic podcast every Friday night right before real time. And
Nice.
Also that the Mardi Gras vlogs have also been pretty sweet.
Was it just snorkeling?
Daniel
then?
Field says
Was
the
it just
same.
snorkeling on the Mardi Gras that you guys did, or did you guys get to go underwater for extended periods of time?
We didn't. Our Mardi Gras cruise was kind of last minute. And
It was a budget cruise for us.
Yeah.
So we didn't do anything crazy. We stuck to free things. So
Yeah.
it was just
Cool.
a free snorkel off of a beach.
Yeah, and we were in Puerto Rico, and there is diving in Puerto Rico, but Puerto Rico is amazing. If you like creatures, though, watch our Puerto Rico vlog because we went to the fort, but we took like a scenic route, and we saw a ton of really cool wildlife, including cats. Lots of cats. It's the internet, so you gotta love cats.
Yep.
But also some exotic and some native lizards, and it was awesome. So yeah, no
Awesome.
scuba diving though.
Well,
I know what John just did.
I just pulled out the glasses. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pour like just a little finger of it to see how it tastes neat.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to pour it on ice. So
Yeah, I'm going to do the same thing. You told me you were going to do that, and I was like, that's perfect. Now, Kimbra doesn't like.
Wait, I'll try it.
You're gonna try
Go
it?
get me one of those.
You don't want to share?
No.
Oh, okay. We got as a gift from somebody named Mary Miller. We got a set of these really cool.
Oh, that's
portable
cool.
shot glasses. So we thought it'd only be appropriate to sample in that.
Nice.
But then,
I'll
Nice.
just plastic off. Go get
All
me
right.
the pink one.
all right.
So we're about to have an exclusive tasting here.
And I
On the ship show.
enjoy bourbon and scotch on ice, not so much neat. But I'm willing to do it.
All right.
I
Twist
don't
my
like
arm.
it at all.
It's kind of a waste, honestly, but
I mean, you'll probably end up getting the rest of it.
oh, then it's good.
I'll just give you there enough to taste. How's that?
No, I'll take a little more than that.
Well, I was going to give you some on ice too.
No, yeah, that's good. Thank
That?
you. Yeah,
Okay.
Let's see
perfect.
if I can get the cork sound here.
Well done, York. Well done. Let's get toasty, says Rodney Hardy. Agreed. Michelle M, just subscribe. We'll check out their videos after the live. Did somebody say?
Thank you.
Did somebody say Michelle M? Hello, Michelle.
In case you guys are just getting here, we are tasting what Matt and Kimbra procured, and is Woodford Reserve specially made batch for the Carnival Mardi Gras. See it right there.
Liz says, 1 sip each, kids. I'm too warm for shenanigans.
Well, I didn't drive across the street to your house this evening, so good.
Did that sound just come through?
Toast, it's not going to make any sound. Like it's like safety shot glasses.
Well, sometimes you need those.
That's true.
Well, we'll do that across the screen too.
Here's to you. Here's to me. Best of friends we'll ever be. But if we ever disagree, bagok you. Here's to me.
Cheers. Let's hear those gums, lips flapping. It's good. It's smooth, man. I gotta say.
It's got notes of chicory and
I can
molasses, and I'm getting hints of charred vanilla leaf.
I'm getting seahorses and some sponge.
A little bit of sponge in there?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Maybe some sea urchin, some coral.
It's actually quite good. It's smooth.
I don't like it.
Yeah, I mean, that's okay. That's okay.
I can guarantee
bourbon
you,
is an acquired taste.
I can guarantee you, if Lisa was sitting next to me,
acquired
she
it.
would not like it at all.
Liz Breen says, I'm getting drunk. Nancy says she's with Kimbra.
Like I've had Woodford Reserve. Obviously, I have that bottle. This does taste different than the regular Woodford Reserve.
I agree.
It
tastes different than other whiskeys I've tried of yours.
Okay, yeah.
But I still don't like it.
Well, listen.
But you tried it. It's like
I
the
tried
people
it.
You're being
about
honest, and that's all that matters
It's like
right
the
now.
people that bag on escargot. You gotta try it. You can't say you don't like it if you haven't tried it.
I kind of regret not getting a regular bottle. Well, Matt, you've got a regular bottle of Woodford. You should do a quick side by side.
Are you trying to tell me I need to drink more bourbon?
Yeah, exactly. See if
All
you
right,
can
here we go.
see if you
Here's-
can notice a difference.
I don't have a glass of water to
Yeah, but you might notice a
but-
difference. Tell me if you notice a difference.
Oh yeah, the Mardi Gras is way smoother. This one has got a lot more burn.
Okay,
And,
so the finish is nice. Okay, got it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No.
Good to
I
know.
would say this is definitely a different. There is definitely a difference.
I'm gonna taste
and
this
it's
again.
in a good way, and I like Woodford
Yeah.
Reserve, but yeah, it's definitely a better.
Taste it
better
again and
bourbon.
compare it to your first taste. Good.
Now I'm getting hints of what is that? Black licorice? Maybe a little
You're so full of it.
maraschino cherry. And
You could just say anything.
you know what? I'm tasting a bit
Table.
of Hubba Bubba. There's like notes of Hubba Bubba within
I'm gonna
the
get my ice glass.
within the finish.
It is very, very good and smooth. And you got the ice right here.
Sarah Kelly is in the place.
Oh my lord! Put
Listen,
your paws
I'm
all
prepared
over my ice. Put your paws all over.
You want me to?
Yeah, just get it all over there.
All right. I washed my hands.
That's good.
So, okay, so we've established that it's good neat.
Yeah,
I'm going to try
you guys.
it on the
Thank you
rocks,
so much
though.
for grabbing that.
It's much easier
Oh yeah.
when you're sitting here
You
chatting.
just walked in and bought 2 bottles instead of 1.
Well, let me just tell you though, the story because so I see this in the liquor store. I've never actually bought liquor on a cruise, maybe in a port, but never on the ship. So I'm like, I take a picture of it and I put it on our Fintastic Cruising community on Facebook. Bing. And I'm like, hey, bourbon drinkers, should I buy this? Is it worth it? And everybody's like, yeah. And then I get a text from first I get a message from PayPal saying that like $50 or something has been put into my account. I'm like, what what is happening? And then John sends me no, it was John sent me money. It was bizarre. I was like, why is John Klikowski sending me money randomly? Like, did I draw him something else? Like, what's going on?
And then, right when you saw the video.
As soon as I saw that picture, I'm like, here you go, take my money.
But you just sent me money. You didn't even say what it was for until after you sent me the money. And I'm like, okay, that's cool.
It was a super.
Listen, I had to act fast. I didn't know if you were still in the store.
I mean, I could only get so much because you're only allowed to take so much off the ship, right? Or
right.
Not that they check.
So, yeah, because I think we took more than we were supposed to, but whatever.
Well, it says personally selected by Carnival Mardi Gras. Did you notice any other liquors that were kind of in the same vein of like being specially made for the Mardi Gras?
No.
This was the only one.
That's it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Liz Breen says it's got hints of blackout drunk and a side of falling off the stool. Daniel Fields wants to know if it's Hubba Bubba or Bubble Yum that I'm tasting. And Kevin Brubaker thinks I'm reading off the label. Yeah, it does. It says Hubba Bubba right there. Lindy Lou doesn't know what Hubba Bubba is. She wants to know what
Hubba Bubba means.
All you have to do is look at Tony Jackson and you'll know what Hubba Bubba is, if you know what I'm saying. Hubba Bubba is a famous gum, Lindy Lou. Come on now. So we're going to play a game here shortly with Fintastic Cruising, but listen, I've got lots and lots of questions. Now, first of all, Doodles, I don't know if you have any specific
I've got
to
some,
yours, but
mine are going to be more about creatures.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
Me too.
So then ask away.
Well, okay. So
don't look at mine.
Oh no, I won't look at yours. So
that's a good sound.
This kind of leads into, and you don't have to be too specific. But when you asked me if I called you earlier, I did call you, but that's because I had a question, because one of our questions tonight is about what you would rather be stung by, right? And I have to...
Are you talking about for the Menti game?
Yes.
Because we're doing it.
Yes, we are. And it's cruise creature centric, except for one question, because I had to sneak it in there from our Facebook group today. And if you're not a member of our Facebook group, you should be, the Ship Show. But... Heather posted a question about a pronunciation of a word, which we'll get to. But I was trying to find a picture of fire coral, okay? Ooh, Michter's is the best bourbon, says my dad. Linda Cusiak's here. How you doing? Good to see you.
Linda, hello.
Yeah, I like Michter's, but honestly, Jefferson's is my new favorite. Jefferson's cannot be beat in my book. But
moving on up.
I digress. The pictures I saw of fire coral, Matt and Kimbra, were like big fan-shaped coral. That's what was coming up on the pictures that I found. So I'm starting to wonder if it was fire coral that I got stung by, and I'll tell you why. And maybe you can help me here. I was swimming in like this cave of rocks that went through and then opened up to a wider area, but the little cave was just wide enough to get my body through, right? And it was kind of like slimy rocks on the side or whatever. But they warned us about fire coral, right? They said, be careful over in that area. There's some fire coral and stuff. But I got hit when I was swimming between those rocks, and I can still feel it. Like it sends chills down my spine.
Did it look like that?
That's exactly what my arm looked like. And Matt can attest to that because I sent him pictures. But what got me on those rocks was not a big fan coral like that. That was something tiny, like whatever it was. So is it possible that maybe I got hit by something else?
It's possible, but let me ask you this. Were the rocks that you swam through, were they kind of a yellowish color?
Yes. Yes, they were.
Fire coral. So the way fire coral works, first of all, it's confusing because fire coral is neither fire or coral, but it is related to coral. But it's an encrusting thing. So what that means is it will grow over coral skeletons of different species of coral, so it can take on the shape of branching corals and elk-horn corals and all sorts of things. And it can also just cover whole flat surfaces. Like when we were in Nassau, we were snorkeling, there was a ton of fire coral. There's a big metal wall that goes out, and it was coated with fire coral. So,
okay.
So it probably was fire coral.
Okay,
And
so what
you
you're
got
saying
stung by
is
were
it's
little
the
tiny stinging cells, probably hundreds or maybe even thousands of them based on the size of your wound.
okay. So what you're telling me is that fire coral is the Loki of the sea.
Yes.
For all you nerds out there like me. Okay, so now that I know you've been hit by fire coral, I've seen you step on some sea urchins.
Yeah, it's funny because that's the question. We're going to get to that later.
What else has happened to you in the sea?
I got stung by those little tiny jellyfish. Nautical nurse Nancy can speak to this, but in Cozumel, there's those little itty bitty jellyfish, like tiny, like this big. Or I don't know if they're a jellyfish. I'll bet Matt and Kimbra know, but they just like float around, and you have no choice but to swim through them, and they get you. And I mean, it's kind of like a mosquito bite. Yeah, itchy. That's it. Yeah.
John stands up and says,
He
stands up and says, "Oh, this really hurts." We're snorkeling in Roatan. He stands up and says, "Oh, that really hurt." And I look down in my mask because I'm just floating, and there's hundreds of sea urchins.
Yeah, we were walking around, and then it turns out there's sea urchins everywhere. My foot swelled up. It was all messed up. I couldn't walk right for a couple days. I mean, I could, but it was painful. TX Pepito says what stung you was Emma's Cafe.
Oh, maybe.
Fire coral improves your golf game, says my dad. Well, there you go. Yes, they are jelly larvae, says nautical nurse Nancy.
Yeah. Sometimes they're called sea lice, but that's actually what they are. Is they're the larva phase of a
sea
jellyfish.
lice. Okay. Kevin Brubaker says, note to self, never go snorkeling with John.
So that might be true, but there was another comment. Scroll down one more. And I don't want anyone to get the wrong idea because Angie says, now I'm second guessing going snorkeling. No, please do not.
No,
yeah, and then Liz says, no, don't do that. Just don't do it with John.
No, he takes all the harmful stuff, and then you're free.
Kevin counts.
Don't touch stuff. That's what I would say.
Yeah.
When you're snorkeling, just don't touch stuff. It's not good for you. It's not good for the creatures. So.
Yeah. Cruising for Food says they must have been attracted to John's cologne. Yeah, they really like Drakkar, apparently. Yes. So, okay, York, do you have a cruise creature question for them?
Yeah, I'd like to know what do you think is the most misunderstood cruise creature for
That's a great question.
For us general people.
Bear in mind, don't let this give away your answer to the question that's coming up later, but yes, that's a good question.
Yeah, maybe it's a creature that people give a real bad rap to.
I want to hear Matt's answer and then Kimbra's answer.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you have an answer to that?
Mine would be the shark.
Yeah.
And why is that?
I mean, just watch Shark Week and you'll see misinformation.
Sharks are pretty cool.
Yeah, and not to be feared, really. I mean, they're really not scary animals. Yes, there are instances where they can be scary, but there's way more instances when humans are scary to other humans and sharks. So they're definitely the most misunderstood, but there are a lot of creatures. So I am one that tends to try and under exaggerate things. There are a lot of animals that people assume will kill you, but if you actually look at the data and the statistics, it's not really what happens. Like say blue-ringed octopuses in Australia, people will be like, well, they'll kill you. And yes, they can, and they have killed people, but it's extraordinarily rare that actually happens. So, they get this reputation when really, in reality, more people probably die from secondary infections from stepping on seashells walking to the beach. So not really something you should be concerned about, but something you should be aware of if you're in different areas.
I guess that's one way to give it perspective, and I understand what you're saying, but it seems to me that the moment you set foot in the water in Australia, it's over. You're done. It's done. Everything's out to get you. I'm serious. Like, you got those crazy purple bag things with the tentacles, the manta rays. You've got
in Florida too.
Yeah,
Or
but
like
I'm just
our
saying,
friends that
you've got swimming freaking spiders that are like this big that can dive to depths of like 35 feet and bite you right in the tuchus.
Well, our friends, the Deckers that
I'm
live
just
up
kidding.
in Darwin, northern Australia, they have beautiful beaches, but she says you can't go on them because there's just crocs everywhere.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, crocodiles. You can't do
if
anything
you're
in
an area
Australia.
with saltwater crocodiles, that is not an under exaggerated thing. Like you should not get in the water with saltwater crocodiles because there are basically they are the only animals. Crocodiles are the only saltwater and Nile crocodiles. They're the only animals that scientists consider to be natural predators of humans. When it happens with a shark, a bear, anything else, a lion, it's considered to be something weird going on with that animal, a mistake, something's out of the ordinary. When a crocodile in Africa or Australia or that part of the world eats somebody, that's just another Tuesday for them.
Yeah.
Right. But not for the person getting eaten. That's all I'm saying. Liz Breen says,
you don't want that to be your Tuesday?
No, listen, remind me.
Like human,
is that
Tuesday, human, I don't know, Thursday? I don't know.
Is that the day they eat most often is on Tuesday? Because if that's the case, then maybe we could go before the show next week. I'm just kidding. Liz Breen says Tegan got a creeping eruption in her foot from stepping on a seashell at the beach. Even the doctor was amazed. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Paul Addo wants to know how often John's been under 35 feet.
You've been way above 35 feet.
I've been down pretty far. So far that my ears hurt so bad that like even hours after. I've gone down in Cozumel pretty far.
I told you how to do that, how to take care of that.
I can't take care of it.
If your ears hurt, you should stop going under. You should stop going deeper. You can hurt yourself.
Yeah, I know. I'm not smart, Matt.
You got to regulate, sir.
That's why we
you
have you on the show to teach me things. But I can't hold my breath and clear my ears and then go down some more. I've got to
Yes,
go.
you can.
I got to
Yes,
go.
you can.
I don't have that much breath.
You shall be taught.
Donnie Luke says, at our age, the bar cougar uses oh my gosh. Okay. But somebody, JP in Travel and Adventure wants to know, what is your favorite cruise or creature?
Your favorite marine species?
Yes.
Because that was my question too. Yeah.
What's our favorite creature?
Each one of you, what's your favorite cruise creature?
A sea turtle.
A sea turtle. Got to swim with some sea turtles in St. John, and it was epic. It was a great experience.
Is that your is there like a species you prefer?
I mean, green sea turtle is the only one that I have actually seen.
Yeah.
So I guess green, but I would take any of them.
I would say, as far as cruise creatures go, the octopus is my favorite.
Okay, cool. Nice. I love octopuses. Did you see that documentary about my octopus teacher?
Yes.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, it was. Daniel Field says roosters' brains are smaller than a walnut. Don't have high expectations. Yes. And here's a good point. Kevin Count says, I've seen you have to go to the bottom just to find your sign and sail card, and that is so true. In St. Thomas, or I forget where I was, but I was snorkeling, and I'm like swimming around, and I look down, and I'm like, some idiot dropped their sign and sail card.
And it was you.
And I look at it a little closer. I'm like, oh, snap, that's mine. And I had to swim down I had to ask somebody to come over and hold my stuff so I could dive down far enough to get it. How funny is that?
That's why you just take me with you.
I know, because you're the pro. We've said we're going to do it.
Bro, you almost blew your eardrums getting your sign and sail card.
Listen.
When you could just get another one.
I know, I've learned that.
Card,
yeah.
Listen, I've learned very quickly that getting a new sign and sail card is no problem. You just
You'd be doing a lot of signing after that.
Uber cruisers say the deepest dive they've done is 80 feet.
Oh.
Yeah, it's good. What about you, Matt, Kimbra? How deep have you guys gone?
I mean, technically my deepest dive, I went to 60 feet, but that was during my certification, and we literally went to 60 feet and then moved back up.
Still, that's impressive.
So,
did your ears hurt at all?
I, in general, have a lot of problems clearing my ears. So at some point in time during that dive, yes. At that point, no, because I had gotten them cleared eventually, but clearing my ears is like a huge problem for me.
Okay.
My deepest dive was 105 feet, but that was a weird exception. 80 feet I've been to 80 feet a few times.
Yeah. Okay. How far have you? What's the
diving, though,
deepest
is
you've
like
gone?
60 feet or shallower.
What's the deepest you've gone on a free dive?
60 feet.
Oh, wow.
Snap.
Wow. Pauletta says, I'd be clearing my bowels at 80 feet.
Well, I'm sure you've heard the story of how I Ralphed at
no, he hasn't.
About 40 feet down. Has that ever happened to you?
No.
Hasn't happened to anyone else I've met either. So.
And the fish, it brought the fish though.
Oh, it did.
And York felt much better after he did.
I did.
I've seen divers do it. They get sick on the boat, like seasick.
That was me.
Usually when you get in the water, you kind of start to feel better, but I have seen divers blow chunks through their regulator, but I have not been unfortunate enough to have that experience.
It's an amazing piece of equipment, I must say.
Yeah, the fact that it can allow that to happen, depending on how well you chew your food and what you ate, let's hope it works.
Paella.
That's why you buy your own gear.
York ate nothing but paella.
It was just paella.
Oh, snap. Let's see. What was the other question I had?
Kevin Breaker says, is it 120 feet that you shouldn't go down past? I don't know if I'm sure there's some limit.
So if you're a regular open water diver, I think the current level they're recommending you don't go below 60 feet.
Yeah, open water is 60.
If you're advanced open water, then you can go to I think they say it's like 80 to 100 feet. I'm not sure exactly because I did mine so long ago. But you can do tech diving, which is where you get into like mixed gases and a lot of extra safety training. And those guys can go down to I want to say a couple 100 feet.
Wow!
But you're definitely changing the safety level of scuba diving significantly at that point.
Yeah.
So unless there's some, for me, I dive for the creatures, and there's not too many situations where the creatures are below 40, 50 feet.
Yeah.
So it's not a big deal. People that do tech diving, they're usually doing wreck dives, and there are some creatures down there, but they're going down for the wrecks or just for the experience of it. And
I watched a science fiction movie about these guys that work on the pipeline, and they put those suits on and the big like head thing, and they've got the
helmet.
They've got the line that comes into and they go out and they fix the pipelines underwater. They're underwater welders. They're like way down there. But then some crazy creature came and like was killing them all. But still, it was interesting.
Well, commercial divers, which is what you're talking about, that wear the helmets and they do that. Like I know they'll go down to like 300 feet or so, and they work a lot of times on the oil rigs and
it was oil rigs.
That as a career path for a brief moment in my life, but changed my mind quickly.
Well, you would not get great. I mean, there is a lot of scuba diving here in the Great Lakes, but it's mostly wreck. The cold fresh water preserves everything so well. We're not gonna see a lot of cruise creatures, but that's something we've always talked about wanting to do.
Yeah.
It's cool to see wrecks. I mean, I think it's neat. And there's a lot of history involved in it that can be kind of interesting.
Oh my gosh. I just caught on to what you were talking about. I thought you guys were speaking in diving code when you're saying wrecks. Like I'm thinking REC. Like I thought it was like some lingo for diving. You're talking about shipwrecks.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it now. I get it. I'm silly like that. Pauletta says I'm taking a regulator on the next bar crawl then.
It's helpful, man.
Steve Morales says my dive buddy was hungover and he blew dogs big time.
Yeah.
Yep. Don't dive hungover. That's not a good idea.
No.
I did a deep dive into slipping digits. My ears still hurt, says the cruise world.
Well, I felt so sick that I wasn't wanting to go down for the next dive, and my instructor said, "No, you have to. That's the only way you're going to feel better." But I'm glad I said something because
he's just like, "Let it fly."
No, yeah, you told me you can just blow chunks right through the darn thing. But if I wouldn't have said anything, my first reaction would have been to pull that out, try and hurl, and then shove the regulator back in my mouth. But I'm glad I said something. So, word to the wise. Let your instructors know what's going on with you.
That's a good point. Uber Cruiser says, I don't fly and dive on the same day.
No.
Why is that?
If you're certified, you'll learn all that because just like you have to deal with pressure when you're underwater, it's the opposite when you go into higher altitudes. And so all that physics affects your body and it builds up. Things build up in your
This is fascinating.
So
gaseous.
You have to let all the gases go out.
Yeah.
I'll be a suck egg mule. I had no idea. So there's no way you could jump out of a plane and into the ocean and do a nice little snorkel trip. Or
You can
You
fly.
can snorkel, yeah.
Well, you can fly and then dive, but you can't dive and then fly.
Well, and if you're doing a shallow dive, you're probably okay. So you learn these things called the dive tables when you learn to scuba dive. And
No, you don't.
Well, you used to. Back in my day. Now you just have a computer that tells you everything, and you don't have to know how to do it. But I think you should still learn, and it'll tell you how long you can be under, based on how long your surface interval is, and all that gets calculated into it. So.
Well, I can tell you the surface interval of this show right now. Paul's wanting to know. He says, what are the depths of the failure of this show right now?
Oh, my God.
He's always talking smack, but that wasn't his exact words. No. That's
the way Paul is.
Oh, no, he's being totally sarcastic.
Yes, he is.
You can get rid of the gas by getting someone to pull your finger underwater, says Paul.
I wish it was that easy.
Yes. Trevor Begockler's here, guys, and he wants to know, are we doing Dementi tonight? Yes, we are. We'll get to that in a moment. No one's asked for the code yet.
No, but can I put them on the spot real quick?
Yes, but listen, Matt, we're going to put you on the spot. Kimbra, get ready.
Do you have any creatures handy?
Ooh.
You've got creatures in that house of yours.
I mean, I could grab one.
Yes, please grab one. Show the peeps here. Yes.
Anything you think we should see?
Are you getting Phil?
Not Phil. We don't have a Phil.
You don't know Phil McCracken?
Oh, no.
Oh.
I love it. I never know what he's going to bring out. I've seen him do it on some of the shows before.
Liz Breen says there's always truth in every sarcastic comment. But no,
So one of them that we have, just otherwise it'd probably be that one. But I told him to grab a different one.
Oh, okay. John, come to Oregon and dive. Best water clarity in the winter. Max is 3 to 4 feet. Okay, I'm down with that.
Perfect. Well, water clarity in Lake Michigan's what?
Yeah, if that.
Depending.
Nancy says there's a snake coming.
Oh, she's fine.
What do we got here?
She's a little tangled up here.
Look, she's
screen.
The green screen.
No, that makes it even better.
Amazing.
He's yellow.
It's a psychedelic snake.
You've got a psychedelic snake. I love it.
She's partially transparent.
Oh, this is amazing.
So what kind of snake is that?
So she is a jungle carpet python.
Hold on, let me see if I can fix this.
From Australia.
Oh, good night, mate.
Look, that's better.
Right?
There we go.
She's named after Zilly Falls, which is a place in New South Wales where this particular color morph of the jungle carpet python is found.
I like the
she's really beautiful when she's not blue.
Hold on, I'll fix this. Hold on, wait.
You just had it.
Look.
Oh, wow.
No, my baby girl would never hit me.
See here, look. Now you can see this is a little bit better.
There we go.
Here we go. Let me see if I can get her close to the camera for you. This
She
is
looks
a beautiful. No, look at the camera. This is a beautiful thing.
Oh, that is beautiful.
Wow.
Yeah.
Isn't she pretty? And
Look the other way, Zilly.
she's actually probably getting ready to shed soon. So she's actually a little bit dingier than she normally is.
You want me to hide my face?
Oh, she looks cool.
What does she eat? Oh, look, she's right in the camera.
She eats mice. We feed frozen thawed. We don't do live.
Okay.
So, mice.
We're good. We're putting her back to psychedelic mode.
What a cool creature.
She's very arboreal, so she likes to hang out in the trees. So she has these perches, and she was all tangled around him. But you can see she's holding on to me here.
Steven Z said that's one big slippery digit.
Yeah, he says that's a big slipping digit. Duck à l'orange. Steven Z, that's for you. I'm going to have nightmares, says Tara Kelly.
Yeah, some people do have that extreme
She's a precious
fear.
little angel.
Yeah.
Precious little angel. I like
She
it.
eats roosters.
Let's get it back.
I'm more afraid of like land snakes don't bother me. It's the eels and the water snakes that I find.
Water snakes are creepy. I'm not going to lie, but listen, somebody brings a rattlesnake next to me, I'm going to freak. Yeah,
but I know they're not here.
So you guys recently got a license for your lizard, am I right?
Oh, there's another creature.
Yeah.
There's another creature.
Oh, look at that.
It's a sea
Yeah,
dog.
so we have an Argentine black and white tegu, blue tegu, and they are now illegal in Florida. So we had to go through all of this special port permitting and get her microchipped and stuff so that we're allowed to have her.
Oh,
well,
wow.
If anyone should have or be allowed to have is people with your background and understanding of how to handle those kind of animals.
I got it.
Well,
Go ahead.
problem
Sorry.
with them is that as an invasive species, they're just really prolific in Florida, and they eat some of our native wildlife. So that's why they have the laws passed. But honestly, if you're able to house a big lizard, they're one of the better pet lizards you can get. They are a big lizard, so that you have to have the space and comfort with that. But
the amount of money that we spent on her, we're definitely
Yes.
not going to just let her go.
No.
Okay, so
Yeah.
what size
Her
are you
cage-
talking?
What's that?
What size are you talking?
Her cage, her cage is what, 6 foot by 3 foot by 3 foot?
Yeah.
Now she is small because the blue color phase and the females are smaller. So she's probably, with her tail, I would say she's only about 3 feet long, 3.5 feet long.
3, probably something like that.
But I mean, her body's like this, but they can get like 4 or 5 feet long and like as big as that dog I just had up.
And they sleep with you in bed, like they cuddle up next to you. It's so cute.
That is cute.
No, she might, because she has climbed up on our lap when we let her out and snuggled in. Like,
yeah.
Oh, that's
she likes to
awesome.
do that. Yeah.
Hey, listen,
She's very
I gotta
personable. She's really smart.
keep going. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Yeah, she's super smart, and she's very different than most pet lizards. She's very active and interested when she's awake. She sleeps early though. She's in bed by like 8 o'clock. Like she's done. But when she comes out, she's real interactive. Let's just say.
That's cool. That's cool.
That is awesome. Listen, we missed a super chat earlier. We were talking about something, and I don't want to overlook it. It was from Missy Cutler. She said, #just another Tuesday, referencing your crocodile comment earlier. And I just want to say thank you, Missy Cutler. And that's for you. Doodles and the rooster, we appreciate it. Matt,
I think he also drew a drunken Doodles. Like, didn't I have like bubbly eyes and stuff?
No, but I could have. I told him I thought he did one where you had a tie-dyed shirt on, but I guess I was dreaming. But I did.
You were dreaming that I had one on?
I guess I did. However, I modified the rooster that you see on. Let me see here if I can do this.
You tampered with his artwork?
I put a beer in my hand, and there was beer spilling out of my glass, but you can't see it in this one. But that's not the right one. But Matt, that's great work. I remember when he did that. It made up the logo for the original Klaykowski channel. It was great.
Imagine how much money he could make on Fiverr.
I know. He did one for myself. He did one for Stella. He did one for you, Kelly, Caitlin, all of us.
Yes, Nancy. John dreams of me in tie-dye.
Yeah, I guess so. Nautical Nurse Nancy. I could have sworn I saw it. I don't know. I want to get a bearded dragon, but I think a baby one would end up a cat toy, says Crazy
really
Cat
cool.
Traveler.
They're really cool.
Yeah, cats and lizards tend to not get along. Well, cats like the lizards, but not the other way around.
Yeah.
Unless it's a tegu, then the tegu might like the cat when it
Yeah.
gets fully grown.
the same size.
All right, you guys want to play this game? You guys ready? Do you have any more questions, Doodles? Does anybody in the chat have any more questions before we get to this game?
I'm just fascinated with what you guys do and what you're interested in and your expertise.
It is fascinating.
It is, Matt. Well, I don't know Kimbra's background as much. I've known Matt a little bit longer, but was there, you guys? I'm assuming there's specific training that goes along with the line of work you guys do. I mean, was this something you went to school for? Did you know you wanted to do this for a long time?
I started by working in reptile stores and I read a lot because back then we had to read books to get our information. And I got to know people at the zoo. I ended up getting a job at the zoo in St. Louis, and then discovered I like teaching. And then I moved to Florida and I got a job teaching at a science center, but it was mostly, I taught all sciences, but mostly zoology based stuff and ecology stuff. And then actually got my degree later in life, which was in education. So most of my animal training has been just from on the job or just personal stuff. Lots and lots of reading and lots of getting to know people that know a lot more than me and learning from them. And then the teaching has been from learning from others and then a little bit from college. So that's my background, but nothing specific.
What about you, Kimbra?
So I don't specifically work with animals, but I did live in Indianapolis for a little bit, and I worked at the Indianapolis Zoo, so I got to know a lot about the animals there when I worked there.
Yep.
I did work at a PetSmart in animal care, so I worked with animals there.
Yeah, you have an interest in the field, which is why you are where you are.
Yeah, so I've learned through like where I've been and what I've been interested in, and then of course I learned more from Matt because Matt, well, like the bird thing, I'm like not a bird person, but I really like waiting birds.
How
now.
dare you?
I'm so sorry.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry, Kimbra. Go ahead. Sorry.
But yeah, so Matt's like, these birds are cool, and I was like, but it's a bird. But actually, like I've learned so much about these birds with being able to like go out and explore wildlife Florida.
Yeah, if you go in Florida, I mean, there's all kinds of wetlands birds, wading birds. So she learned those really fast. And now she's learned like her songbirds. She knows she's better at bird identification than I am at this point. And same with like she doesn't have the career background with animals, but she's really into them like I am. And so like she's totally into the fish. Like when we go snorkeling or diving, the first thing we do when we get out of the water is like we're like cataloging every species of animal that we saw, talking about behaviors and stuff. Yeah. So and she takes care of she works and takes care of our animals at home as much as I do. So so she is an animal person as much as I am. Very knowledgeable.
There's very few people that get to do what they are passionate about and what they're interested in for a living and work around that kind of environment. So kudos to you guys. I'm jealous.
Yeah, no, it is. It's cool.
And the Uber cruisers want to know if Matt, have you had your Vegemite today?
I didn't have any this morning, Ian. I do have a whole box of Vegemite packets. I even took it on the cruise with me. I had some Vegemite on the cruise. But,
Vegemite packets sound legit.
That sounds legit.
Because it's hard to get the proper spread. Yeah.
I have Vegemite packets, like jelly packets. So I take them on the cruise with me because in America we don't get Vegemite on there. But this morning, because we went out, because since we were off, we went out early to a water park in Orlando. And so we just did the old gas station breakfast.
Okay. Well, the Spikers sent me some Vegemite, and I still like to put it on toast. Love it on toast.
What's the expiration? Because I have a big vat of it, too.
It doesn't expire. There's too much sodium in there for it to ever expire. It lasts forever.
That's what they say in Oz. They say that there is an expiration date on it, but they say just ignore it.
Yeah.
The thing is, a lot of people try it in the United States and they don't do it right. They put way too much on there. You just need a dab. Imagine a jelly packet Okay, that's enough for most people, that's enough for 4 pieces of bread easily.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And then as you build up your tolerance, then it's probably enough for 2 slices of bread. So, but
A little dab will
put
do
that
ya.
whole thing on 1 piece of bread, it's going to be gross. Don't do that.
Listen, we love it.
Yeah, it's good.
We love it. So, Paul Atta says Doodles is a great interviewer, just putting it out there.
Oh, shucks.
Liz says, I still have to head to that aquarium, Matt, so get ready. Because Matt took me, Griffin, Alyssa, the Degenerates on a private tour.
Yeah.
And it was so cool. Like, at the time you were working with that, toddler alligator, and you took us in there, and we got to see that, and we got some behind the scenes stuff. It was great.
Cool.
Loved that aquarium. We got to learn about those what are those fish that remember you had some fish that their floating bladder didn't work, and they had a pump up.
Seahorses.
The sea dragons.
The sea dragons. Yeah, it was amazing. That was a very memorable experience I'll never forget.
That's cool. And we love doing that. Yeah, Liz, if you want to come to the aquarium, just private message us and let us know when, and we'll hook you up.
Yep. This is becoming one of my favorite shows, says Kevin Brubaker. Lots of people are loving all the chat.
Someone said I'm just here for the creatures, and I agree. I am too.
That was Donnie Luke. That was Donnie Luke.
Yeah.
Meg W. I really like the podcast to hear about the creatures. All right.
Yeah, I'm jealous that we have to go far for a good aquarium experience. I think the closest, probably really good aquarium, Shed in Chicago.
Yeah, I've been to Shed. I've been to Shed with the kids.
Yeah,
it's a good aquarium. I still like Tampa. That was one of my favorites. I recently went to the one.
Well, it's because you got VIP, of course.
Right. I recently went to the one down there where down in Clearwater with the Degenerates. I went down there and saw that one. I mean, it's interesting, that's for sure.
But dolphin tail.
Yeah, the dolphin tail dolphin was.
Winter, yeah. So if you're in the Tampa area, there are 3 aquariums kind of in the Tampa area. There's Clearwater, there's Florida Aquarium, and then down in Sarasota, there's Moat Marine Aquarium, and they all have their own thing that they focus on. So Florida Aquarium is definitely a public aquarium, but we do a lot of really cool coral restoration and conservation work. We do sea turtle rescue. So we do a lot. We do some rescue and research, but our focus is being an educational public aquarium. Clearwater Marine Aquarium is focused as a marine hospital, and it's a little bit different setup. They don't have a lot of space over there. They're very constricted, but it's definitely a marine hospital first, and then of course they've got the celebrity dolphins, and it gives you a really good experience. If you go to Sarasota to Moat Marine Aquarium, that is a laboratory aquarium first. They are a research-focused aquarium. Amazing place. If you've heard of Eugenie Clark, amazing marine biologist that she pioneered so much stuff, worked with Woods Hole, and she had a big thing to do with Moat Marine Aquarium. So that is a really cool place to visit as well. But they all have their different kind of angles.
See, that's cool to know. It's cool like that.
Going into them.
That's cool.
Was it that said this is the first time I've been educated on a Wednesday night?
Yeah, I like it. So let me tell you about the Clayco Aquarium. There's 2 fish. There is
it's a freshwater aquarium,
a convict, and a Jack Dempsey.
Okay.
That's all there is. It's 55 gallons. They have plenty of space to move. They come out only when I'm feeding them because there's tons of rocks in there. So I would say it's more of a research aquarium.
I mean, they probably love it.
They're researching their environment, and I'm just feeding them. But
they're waiting until you dismantle the aquarium.
Yeah, they're waiting for me to just dismantle it.
What about your little micro ecosystem?
Yeah, so Matt knows this. I used to be into like I still am. I love aquariums, and I got into underwater horticulture, kind of like highlight plants with shrimp stuff. I did that for a while. Until it's just too much work. You can't keep the algae out of there. It's impossible. You see all these YouTube channels out there making these like aquascapes with like all these highlight plants, and like they don't show you the hair algae that starts growing after a week and a half. They don't tell you any of that. Anyway, I digress. Let's get to this game. All right. You guys ready? People are ready for the code, so let me get this ready to go.
Kevin Brooker says, my dad had a saltwater tank for a while. I called him Jack Kevorkian of the fish world. He would walk into the fish store and you could hear the fish scream in horror. I bet you. Interesting fact, I shook the hand of Dr. Death, Jack Kevorkian, once. It was a very odd and cold experience. His hand was freezing.
Really?
It was very odd. Yes.
How did you meet Jack Kevorkian?
He was running for some office at the post office.
He was on the Celebrity Edge. He was just there.
Yeah, I
met him at the buffet.
Him and Andre Agassi hanging out.
I even told my family I wasn't available on my birthday. Had to spend it ship show, Lindy Lou. Oh. Liz Breen's out there. So if you want to play the game, let's explain it. You got to join from a separate device. Boy, we're starting late. Sorry, guys. Join from a separate device if you can, like a cell phone or a tablet or something like that. Go to menti.com, like you see up at the top of the screen up there.
Yeah, we need some more bourbon. You got some more ice over there?
Yes. And type in the code you see right there.
I did not wash my hands.
To work tomorrow.
Okay. We're doomed, y'all. We're doomed.
While we wait, so Matt, Kimbra, what is a creature that you'd be probably, I know you're probably not technically scared of any creatures.
Don't answer this question.
Oh, okay, I'll stop.
Yeah, we can't answer this one. We're
I could go on and on with these two. They have a lot of good intel.
Yeah, no,
the animal that scares me the most is the human being.
Well, correct. I don't disagree with that at all. Or the Australian crocodile, for me.
I grew up going to Oregon Coast Aquarium in Newport. We were home to the whale from Free Willy movie for a while. Oh, nice. Free Willy. All right, so we got 47 people in the house. We'll see if we can get to 50. Little late start this evening. That's a shame on us, but the conversation was so enthralling.
Yeah. Kevin Brubaker, the creature that scares him the most is his wife. Fantastic. That must be an interesting household.
Yeah, I know.
Brubaker household.
I love that movie, says Liz Breen. Yeah, that was a great movie. Both of them. Have you swam with sharks? JP Travel and Adventures wants to know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we've
Lots of
dove with
times.
sharks.
Yep, I've swam with whale sharks. We've dove with nurse sharks, with Caribbean reef sharks. We've got sand tiger sharks at the aquarium that we've dove with. There's no shark I wouldn't dive with. I would love. We get so excited if we see a shark. Like, I don't even consider that a possibility in the Caribbean. In most places, like snorkeling, there are some dives where you can see them, but it's like such a rare treat.
Well, my first snorkeling experience ever was in the Florida Keys by Isla Morada. I was 7. Got back in. It was just grassy, lots of lobster traps and stuff, nice and fun. Get back on the boat, and there's a 6-foot hammerhead swimming around the boat after we got in.
That's so cool.
Are hammerheads known to attack people, though? They seem like they have a small mouth.
Yeah, they're not. I mean, there have been attacks from There's different types of hammerheads, but they're not that. It's not a common shark that attacks people. There's actually, we're supposed to go to Bimini on Virgin in November, and we're just missing the hammerhead dive excursion, or it's a dive, right?
Yeah.
By like a day.
Yeah, it's
A
available
day.
December through April, and we'll be on Bimini on November 30th.
Like, just take us there. Maybe they'll show up. I don't know.
Yeah.
I love hammerheads. Are probably my favorite shark species.
Well, it scared me to no end for many years. I got over it, though.
Well,
they had no interest in us.
No. That big hammer is full of special sensory organs that pick up electrical impulses, and they're using them to find things in the sand like flounders and stingrays.
I gotcha.
So they're not going to mistake you for a flounder or a stingray.
Well, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I move like a jellyfish when I'm in the water. That's an homage
And
to
think
Jack
like a
Johnson.
squirrel.
Move like a jellyfish. Rhythm don't mean nothing. You go with the flow. You don't stop. I feel like we should just give one more instruction here. If you're watching right now and you would like to play the game and win the last Trapper Keeper, it's the last one. There is one more.
You know you need it. You know you need it for your cruise planning extraordinaire.
And cue the comments about how we suck at shipping them out, and you're right. But they're going out. I tried to ship them out over the holiday weekend.
Wait, did you take a half day off to
I
do
did.
it? And then you just golfed instead?
No, that's not what happened. I went there, and they didn't have any boxes. For me to ship stuff. So then I had to go to Office Max
gotcha.
Staples and buy boxes. But we're almost ready to do a massive shipping.
We had a hard time finding a box to ship your bourbon in. Like normally we get so many Amazon deliveries. We got boxes
Crazy.
piled up, but we had been on a cruise. We had cleaned out. So I'm like waiting for something. We had things coming and I thought, oh, it's going to come in a box. It'll be perfect. And then they delivered it in a bag. And I'm like, so we ended up with like the Ace Ventura Pet Detective version of a box. Looked like somebody had been kicking it through a hallway. And
oh my gosh, Matt. Yeah, when I got this bourbon that you didn't ship through the mail.
It was UPS.
The box looked like somebody had drug it behind a Humvee. But it was fine. As a matter of fact, it probably shook it up just enough. But listen.
The bag is the new box.
If you're here and you want to play, it looks like only about 50% of the people watching are playing, and we need more than that. If you're here and you want to play, go to menti.com and type in that code because you could win a free Trapper Keeper.
Well, we can't wait all night. There might be people that just don't want to play, but you know what? Let's get to 60. Can we get to 60?
If we can get to 60, I'll be happy.
You know what? They can even join after first question or two. Maybe they got a big house. They got to run to the other side of the house and get another device.
I don't know. Donnie Luke says, I'm looking for a Trapper Keeper with a big tomato leaf on it. Is that code for tomato?
Yeah, you know, I don't mind if you guys leave the show and play.
Yes. Lovey's Fat Life. Agreed. Got his address
he was
today.
Like bragging about that on his live stream.
About winning a Trapper Keeper?
On the ship show. Heck yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Well, dude, I told you can't find them anywhere now.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, listen.
That's like better than a ship on a stick.
Not as good as a NoFX show.
My dad is watching lying in bed. So let's get to this game so he can watch. We got to 54. We're going to stick with that.
All right,
here we go. You guys ready? Here it goes. The rule of this game is you have to not only answer the question, but you got to answer it fast. Hey, Matt and Kimbra, who you got? An electric eel or a Maury eel? Maury eel. Maury
So
eel?
you guys have to answer
Electric
how
eel
you
or
think
Maury
they
eel?
would answer.
Don't answer what you think. It's what they think.
Get in the mind of Matt and Kimbra, Fantastic Studios.
Yes, tomato, says Liz.
I haven't seen the answers. You have. I don't know what a moray eel does.
It's got teeth, like it'll bite
Both
you.
of them are like snakes, and I don't like water snakes.
I think you're going to be interested with this answer because I know it, and we discussed it a little bit.
And they won't have weird rationale. We always have weird rationale.
Our rationale is always counterintuitive. Okay, so we're a little bit more people got it right than got it wrong. So
Shocking.
Let us know, Matt and Kimbra, why is that your choice?
Well, with teeth nice and thin and a long dorsal fin that's amore. Because the electric eel is not an eel.
Well done.
Did you hear that? It's a knife fish. And the moray eel is a marine true eel, and there's a bunch of different kinds, and they're really, really cool. Now, the electric eel's cool, but it's not an eel. So
it's not an eel. Did you know that?
It's not an eel.
But it's called an electric eel.
Why don't they call it an electric knife fish?
because that doesn't sound as cool. I don't know. I mean,
It's also not a knife.
It's also that's true.
Is it because they look like
Good
eels?
point,
They're
Kimbra.
all snaky-like.
It's a cutting remark, but yes.
Oh,
They
heaven's
will
sakes
shock you,
alive.
though. Electric eels will give you a
Heaven's
shock.
sakes alive.
Love it.
I cannot believe
Which are you most likely to encounter?
Yeah, what are you more
Unless you're
likely
in
to
the
encounter?
Amazon River, you're not going to
Yes.
see an electric eel.
The only reason I know that is because I watch Naked and Afraid.
It's only
And
in the Amazon?
Like they try and hack an electric eel with a machete, and they're like,
Wait, they hit it with the metal and the electric.
I don't know if that's real. I
No
feel like
way.
that's fake. But they're
I mean,
standing. They
you
go
will
to.
get shocked, but yeah. Electric eels are strictly freshwater knife fish from the Amazon River. You're not going to see one because even if you're there, the water's probably so murky you're not going to see it. Moray eels, however, you could find in different parts of the ocean, but definitely all throughout the Caribbean. There are golden tail moray eels and there are green moray eels, and there's a bunch of different species.
I saw a moray eel in somewhere when I was snorkeling, and I was so disappointed because the footage, I was so excited to see it, and I tried to swim down to it,
And
but
you
I
stepped on something.
No, I was flagellating around because I didn't know how to film at the time, and the footage was just not even worth it. So I could be lying.
Another cool thing about moray eels, you see them do the thing where they're doing this. That's how they breathe. But moray eels have a second pair of jaws on the inside of their mouth. They're called pharyngeal jaws. So if you've ever seen the movie Alien, you know
Yes.
that Alien has
Yeah.
that. That's for real. Moray eels have that.
So when you see their pharyngeal jaws, it's time to swim away.
Wait,
Did you ever see the movie The Deep, based on a Peter Benchley book? And
Oh,
the moray eel,
yes.
grabs him and pulls him under. That's all garbage. That's not true.
Well, let me ask you this. It sounds like you are more likely to get eaten or killed by something in the Amazon than you would in any ocean. Is this correct?
The Amazon so you're more likely to get an infection that will kill you in the Amazon probably than anything
Gotcha.
else. And there's some snakes that'll give you some trouble, but yeah, I would agree with that in the Caribbean at least.
I'm not going swimming in the Amazon.
All right, let's find out where we stand with the scores. The best ships have sails. That's Kevin Counts.
Oh, that is Kevin Kuntz.
Counts.
Kuntz.
Coons. Remember we used to call him that? Ditzy 1973. Amy F. The Cruise World always in the mix. China
Yes.
Pearl as well. Yup. Karen Griswold is there. Look at her. I see her. She's a
Yeah,
blowfish
she's
or
there.
something. I don't know. Jules is here. Duck à l'orange. Stephen Z is here. And Lorenzo P. Coltrane.
Fantastic.
Bringing up the rear.
We used to have that rule where you had to have the name as your screen name from
Yeah,
YouTube.
but it's better this
Yeah,
way.
It's better this
It's
way.
better this way. If anything gets out of hand, I'll just cut it off. So there are 11 points separating the top and the bottom, guys. So let's move on.
Fantastic.
Remember, you got to answer fast to get more points. And you have to answer what you think Matt and Kimbra think, not what you think. So don't sit here and argue with us in the comments about it because it's what they
Yes,
think.
Crazy Cat Traveler. There's more scary creatures on the freeway than in the ocean.
Steve Morales says that one swims up your urethra.
He's talking about the kangaroo. That's a parasitic catfish in the Amazon that is pencil thin with barbed spines that will go into usually fish gills, but has supposedly gone into people's urethras. And you
Wait
can't
a
pull them out
second.
later.
Wait a
Yes,
freaking
you know,
flying
you can-
second.
You never heard of that?
It's a
Yes.
catfish.
It's a catfish. Yeah, there's
I
so
would've-
many catfish.
I would have thought
There
it was
are
like
more
a.
different species of fish in the Amazon River than there are in the Atlantic Ocean.
Oh my gosh! Could you imagine having a catfish in your urethra?
And it's all like muddy water, so you can't see anything.
And if you're like peeing.
This
out
is
there, the
unacceptable.
ammonia calls them in, calls them home.
Oh my god! This is just listen. The world we live in. A catfish in your urethra.
Wear your swimsuit in the Amazon. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, that'll stop it.
Yeah.
Well, you need the
They
netting.
can't swim up the old leggy.
No, you need to wear like a Speedo or you need
gotta
some
have a
netting.
Speedo on. That's what it is. You got to wear tight fitting bathing suit. Okay.
Your pecker will never be the same, Steve.
Oh. All right, question number 2. Answer fast to get more points. You guys ready?
Everyone's saying ouch, just ouch.
Yes. Hey, Matt and Kimbra, is it pronounced crayon or crayon? This is hard-hitting news. Heather Sebula wanted to know.
I saw this earlier today, and I know that Heather is a Midwesterner. So
this is a tough one. I have thoughts on this, but we'll see what Matt and Kimbra have to say about it.
Well, Matt is from St. Louis area. Kimbra, are you native to Florida?
No, I'm from Indiana.
Oh, there's a whole wrench into this whole thing. The Midwestern accent is different.
Yeah.
Oh.
But I will say there was discussion on the home front about this with Matt and Kimbra.
We had to compromise a little bit on this answer.
Okay, so most people got it right. Listen, if you say, hey, where's that coloring book? Oh, thanks. I need some crayons.
Some crayons?
That's like saying, hey, you want to go golfing later? Yeah, sure. You want to?
Or instead of, hey, do you want to go grab a bite to eat, or did you already cheat? Wait, did you eat?
Yeah, no, instead of saying, did you already eat? You would say,
cheat.
Hey, did you eat?
Cheat. Jeet.
Yeah.
Cheat. No.
I'm pretty sure my fellow Missourians would probably mostly say crayons.
It's not crayon,
since I have,
Nancy.
like that fine art in me, I feel like crayon is the appropriate way to say it, and that's how she says it. So
I had to fight you on this answer.
a little bit, because I was like, how do I say it naturally? But I agree, crayon is the proper pronunciation.
People are like, what kind of question is this? It's the ship show. You know what kind of questions these are.
But have you noticed that when everyone says, like, tries to say the crayon part, there's still a little twinge of a Y or an I in there. Like crayon.
Yeah,
It's not
crayon.
It's not like crayon raspberry.
It's a crayon. So if I say, hey, Stella, let's color, do you have your crayons? That's what I say. So how about you guys put it in a sentence?
Hey, Matt, when did you buy that box of crayons?
I bought the crayons the other day.
Okay, so he said crayons.
No, he didn't. There was a Y in there.
She said crayons.
No.
Yeah, but he said crayons.
Yeah, but that's not that. That's crayon.
Yeah, I know.
I have to
but like
force
you
the
said,
crayons out. Like, I think my St. Louis is more towards the crayons, but I think it's kind of it. I think I'm kind
crayons.
of a hybrid.
Well, I tell you what, I got myself a box of crayons.
Cruz Rose says, "What do you got? Some Crayola crayons?"
I mean, I use Prismacolor, so
that's a great point. Cruz World says, "What do you got? Some Crayola crayons?" That's so. Boy, he just settled that argument, didn't he? All right, let's see where we are.
He's a Michigander.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
It's not crayons, nautical nurse Nancy. You're crazy. It's crayon.
Oh, she's Wisconsin, so.
Well, I tell you what, I live over here.
She spelled it a third option, Crayns. Cranes.
I'll tell you what, I live over here in Wisconsin, and we like to do some coloring with our crayons. With our crayons?
But if you wear a shirt, is it made out of rayons or rayon?
Yeah, exactly. Good point.
If you get a donut at the store, is it a Long John or a
Okay, here's a good side question. What do you guys call a pastry filled with cream that's shaped like a stick, usually with chocolate?
It's a long donut.
It's like a long donut. What do you call that?
We call it a Long John in St.
Oh, for heaven's sakes. This is unacceptable.
A donut?
Oh, heaven's sakes. All right, Cruise World has taken the lead. Jules in second, Duck a l'Orange, Amy F, Yup, Lorenzo P. Coltrane. Booger Eaters made it into the mix.
Yeah.
Bruce Cruz is here in the house. I'm wondering if that's Bunta.
Could be.
Lindy Lou is in the place. Lindy Lou! You know I got my eye on you. And Angie WFYB bringing up the rear. There are only about 40 points separating top from bottom here.
So is that only 2 questions so far?
Question number 3.
All right.
Answer fast to get more points.
I know Trevor's not a huge fan of this game.
Hey, Matt and Kimbra, Who wins this cruise creatures fight? A giant squid or a giant octopus?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yes, it is. And you're welcome, Coop.
I'd flip a coin because I have no idea.
You're going to love this answer. You're going to love this answer.
I'm guessing a giant squid.
Okay.
I'm just guessing.
You're going to love this answer. You're going to love it.
You're going to cracken up.
Yeah. Yeah. We're going to crack it up.
Do you know, isn't that the new Seattle team, the Seattle Kraken?
I don't know.
That's the new hockey team in Seattle, the Kraken.
Like an NHL team?
Yeah.
I would root for that.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. I'm rooting for the Krakens.
I like Kraken.
Oh, look, only 24 people got it right. Okay. Matt and Kimbra, go ahead and explain to us why you chose who would win this Cruise Creatures battle.
Well, all things are relative, and the word giant is not equally distributed in the world of cephalopods. So the giant octopus. Is
wait. Stop right there. This is why this has been the greatest show ever. Because we are being educated. Okay, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I love it. You guys are making my evening. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
I want to say a giant octopus, if you stretch its arms out, it's going to max out. The biggest one is probably going to max out at what, maybe 8-10 feet? Probably. Giant squids probably on average get more like 20 to 30 feet. There's definitely been some 40+ foot animals out there. They're way bigger than the giant octopus.
I love it. D. Adams says the vocabulary game is strong tonight.
What is known less? Isn't there less known about the giant squid?
Well, yeah, because giant Pacific octopus is in basically water right off of Seattle, Washington. Well, that's the same thing. California, Alaska, Canada. Giant squid is kind of worldwide, and they're in the deepest parts of the ocean. So we've only gotten them on film a handful of times.
Yes, so they might be able
giant octopus. People like go down and play with them. So we know a lot more about the giant octopus.
Yeah, they might have some secret weapons that we don't know about yet.
Or if maybe they're just chicken squids. So York's the squid, I'm the octopus.
Also, let me just clarify. It's octopuses, not octopi is not correct. And also giant octopus, giant squid, 45 feet on the giant squid probably only has about a 2-year lifespan. So it goes from plankton to maybe 40+ feet long in probably less than a year.
Wow.
That's a lot of food.
Yeah.
We're going to have another show soon where we talk about the mating rituals of cephalopods, but we'll save that for later down the road. But
let me just give you a preview on that, because there are some squid that have sperm that go into the water and literally burrow into the skin of the females.
This is going to be the best show ever.
Mine does that.
I can. Oh, how dare you?
I hope it doesn't.
Oh my!
But I don't know. I hope it doesn't.
My mind's
but I
been blown. York's over here dropping bombs.
I hope it doesn't. I don't know though. It might.
Oh, heaven's
hasn't been
sakes.
scientifically tested.
We don't know. Okay, moving on. But I do want to say, so what you're saying, Matt and Kimbra, is that the giant squid are found 20,000 leagues under the sea, like our Oliver says, correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right,
and
sorry.
Squid have 8 arms, 2 tentacles. Octopuses have 8 arms, no tentacles.
What? There's no tentacles on an octopus?
Tentacles.
This is unacceptable. You're blowing my mind. Did you know octopus don't have tentaci?
Is the plural of pierogies or pierogi?
It's pierogi.
Oh.
But the plural of tentacles is tentacli. I can prove this. Okay.
I don't know what
I had no idea that an octopus...
In this world, I don't know what to believe anymore.
Yeah, I know.
I'm going to defer to Matt and Kimbra, and I will believe what they say.
I had no idea that octopuses. I always feel weird saying pusses, but okay. I had no clue that they had...
That's fair.
No tentacles.
So scientifically speaking, we use terms that give us more specific details about what we're talking about. So an arm has muscles in it. It can manipulate things. A tentacle could be the eye stalks on a snail. It could be things that wave around on the back of different animals. So the two long little appendages on a squid are tentacles, but the stronger ones with the sucker discs all over them are arms. And on the octopus, they're all strong and have sucker discs all the way down. So those are also considered arms by cephalopod scientists.
So could you call this a tentacle? Is this a tentacle right here?
Well, you'd have to be able to move it.
You can move it.
If it's got muscles in it that you can move it, then yes, absolutely.
Okay, well,
I'm doing it.
Lorenzo P. Coltrane says, as long as they don't burrow into my urethra. And he's talking about... Anyway, all right, moving on. Let's get to the fourth question. Sorry, guys, I didn't mean to keep you this long. Oh, we
Listen
gotta
how
see.
they didn't say that's okay.
Yeah, they're not like, it's okay, John. They're like, dude, get us out of here. They're still not saying anything. They're still being awkwardly quiet. We're almost done, I promise.
You're talking to us? I thought you were talking to the people.
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah.
When you invite me on, you know I'm going to talk a lot. I mean, just ask Kimbra.
Yeah, and that's, listen, best, we love having
Honestly, this is one of my favorite shows we've done in a long time.
We've done podcasts with you before. We've talked, we've chatted, we've collaborated before. Matt and I go way back. Matt and I go back years, like probably 4 years, 3 years, easily.
I want to go scuba diving or snorkeling with y'all. We need to get a cruise together and make that happen.
Okay, so the cruise world.
I was gonna say
2023, February 2023 group cruise. It's going to all the Western Caribbean places.
February.
No, wait.
Wait, are we talking ABC?
Wait.
No, Roatan, Belize.
Which group cruise? Which one are you talking about?
Theirs.
Ours.
Yeah, we have a group.
Oh, yeah, but we have one on my birthday.
2023?
Yes, January 29th, my 50th birthday, the big vloggers cruise.
I'm going on theirs.
All right, fair enough. There you
On
go.
both.
Nope, I'm going on yours.
I don't know if I can do both. When's yours?
I like February.
When is your February 2023 cruise?
February 19th.
Oh, okay, so it's 2 weeks later.
So
a week later.
So
I'd have to come home for a week, then go back out. That would suck.
That's fine.
I'll see you guys there.
All right. The cruise world taking up the lead and holding it.
He's always up there.
I know he is. Duck à l'orange, he's already won one, so somebody get him. Yup in third. Angie WFYB. That is hard to say. Say that.
Trying to decipher what.
Say WFYB.
What's the acronym for?
Why freaking yodel before Sunday? Anyway, Nicholas, Chellawood, Meg, Cruise Trekker, Linda Land, and New York Mike. See, there's some names in here that we haven't seen before.
New York Mike.
All right, here we go.
Like
Question number 4.
That's a cool name.
This is a tough one. Answer fast to get more points. Hey, Matt and Kimbra, which is cuter, a blobfish or a scorpion fish?
Cuter. That's an interesting adjective.
And I got a picture there for you guys to choose. This was a fun question. We talked this one out for quite a while, if you guys recall.
Was there any disagreement between you two on the answer to this?
No.
I don't know if there was disagreement, but there was a lot of discussion on the options.
I think blobfish is cuter.
Oh, most people got it wrong. And I like that kind of question. And Matt and Kimbra have a great answer for why.
Well, first of all, let me say the blobfish, like you see in that image that you see all over the internet, that's not what they look like in their natural environment. That's what happens when you take a fish that is adapted to live in the deepest parts of the ocean and you bring it up to our level of pressure, and it looks like all of a sudden it looks like Ziggy, which is cute in a way.
It does look like Ziggy.
But that scorpion fish, when they start to swim off, instead of just being this sort of cryptic colors, they have almost like rainbow pectoral fins that come out. and they are really, really cute.
That's a fair answer. Let me ask you a question. If you take a blobfish from the depths of the ocean and bring him up, well, no, they're dead, right? They're going to die, right? Or
they will die, yes. They will probably die.
Will they be dead before they come above the surface or no?
I don't know for sure if they would always die before they reach the surface, but they would probably be miserable and then die would be my guess. I don't know if people have managed to keep them, but if you look up, if you like Google blobfish
underwater
in the actual environment or something like that, you'll see that they're still an ugly fish, but they just look like a more normal ugly fish.
Yeah.
They're not this sort of pink gelatinous.
Yeah, but I like the.
If like Matt said, if you just start typing in Google, if you type blobfish, one of the next words suggested is underwater, and they
just Googled it. Show them.
They look like just more normal. They're ugly.
They're not.
I don't know.
Fish,
This one's pretty messed up.
Oh, show them that one.
so
See, look, this is
crazy.
Underwater.
I think someone made this.
Oh,
one up.
it's scrolled up a little bit.
Just a second. It's all right.
Here you go. Is that a rendering or is that real? Oh, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
Could you keep a blobfish as a pet?
No. Unless you could figure out how to live deep under the ocean.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. I just had to know. So the scorpion fish wins. Let's see where we are standing wise.
Threw a wrench.
Yeah, that did. And let's see. Oh, yes. Duck à l'orange took a lead. Cruise World missed that one.
Ooh.
It still leaves them in fourth. So they're still in the mix, but 1,000 points behind almost.
Duck à l'orange. Yup.
Steven Z. He goes by the name of Ziggy. In case you didn't know. Yup.
Ziggy.
High Octane, The Cruise World, Amy F. Bruce Cruz, Lindy Lou, Angie WFYB, that's hard to say, Dan Bunny. If that's Daniel Fields, I need an explanation as to why. And then Nicholas. Are you guys ready for question
Paul Adams says
number?
this show is so good tonight, he feels like he should pay for it.
Oh, well, there is a way to do that. I'm just saying.
Not in Fijian dollars, buddy.
Just saying. Just kidding, guys. Totally. Here we go. Question number 5. This is where the rubber meets the road. We're going to find out who wins Trapper Keeper.
I've never thought.
Daniel Fields.
Did you ever think you'd say that?
No. Daniel Fields is the bunny. Danny Bunny. That's what you need to be dressed up as on the Norwegian breakaway in October. Am I right?
No, we're all dressing up as chickens. All
No,
of
good
us.
point. Good point. Answer fast to get more points.
Imagine a giant flock.
Hey, Matt and Kimbra. What would you rather be stung by? Fire coral or a sea urchin?
Now, I feel like they're going to go into some kind of diatribe of whether it's actually being stung or
It bothers
not.
me that I didn't type that out completely correctly, but whatever.
Why does everyone start with hey? Why does everyone start with hey, Matt and Kimbra?
Well, I know, but I forgot to put the you or y'all. I could have put y'all in there. Daniel Field says owning it. That's fine. That's fine. Bump, bump. 7 seconds left.
I think I'd rather be stung by a sea urchin. You seem to recuperate pretty quick from that.
Well, you're about to find out.
Well, hot dang.
All right. Would you guys care to pontificate?
Well, so I've been stung by only by fire coral, and it's not pleasant, as you know.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're saying, would you rather be stung by fire coral or a sea urchin? I feel like we answered this opposite.
We answered it opposite.
Because that's the one we'd rather not be stung by. Here's what I'll say though.
Wait. Are you saying I chose the wrong answer?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, that is so funny. I love
We had
it.
a whole conversation about it too.
Okay. Let's play debate class. Now just say why you would select sea urchin.
I love it. I thought I had it all right. I guess I didn't.
So here's the thing: if you get stung by fire coral, you're getting stung by hundreds or thousands of little stinging cells, lots of venom going into you. It can suck real bad. It can hurt for a long time. If you are stung by a sea urchin, I will say this: it depends on what type of sea urchin that you get stung by, because there are a lot of sea urchins that can't sting you at all. And then there are some that are just sharp. And then there are some that actually do have a toxin on their spines. And the problem with getting stung by a sea urchin is if it's one of the long spine sea urchins that we have in the Caribbean, those spines, not only can they stick into you quite a bit, but they can actually break off and be stuck in your skin with that.
It went through your flipper.
It can cause
your
a
heel.
real problem.
Yeah.
If you just get poked, it's probably gonna suck, but it's not gonna be that big of a deal. It's gonna hurt. But if you really step on one of the long spines and it breaks off, you're going to the doctor to have some minor surgery, probably.
Oh wow.
Well, so when I was in Little French Key, when we stepped on them, I would say they were about the size.
I didn't step on them.
I did. They were about the size of a softball. Okay.
Were the spines mostly the same size, or were they?
Yeah, they were pretty legitimately round. But when I was in St. John, they were like this big, and they were all different sizes.
Yeah, so those are the ones you don't want to get stung by. So the ones that you encountered, what color were they? The ones that were the same size?
Like purplish black.
That were the same size.
Yeah,
they were brown.
They were dark.
Yeah, they were brown,
and it looked like a minefield of them.
Yeah, there was tons of them.
So that could have been. There could have been the boring sea urchin, which I always say isn't really that boring, but they'll bore into the limestone. It could have been, well, the variegated or sea egg are usually purple or white, but they have that.
I've never seen white.
Themselves is to pick stuff up with their little tentacly penicillaria and camouflage.
Penicillaria.
I love that term.
Did you say penicillaria?
I said penicillaria. Yeah. Sorry, this is just my normal.
I know.
I mean, hashtag penis.
They're little tentacles with claws on them. So if you find one of the sea urchins that have the shorter spines, they're usually white in the Caribbean. You'll see them. They'll pick up stuff like debris and stuff, and they'll hold on to it. And if you pick one up gently and hold it in your hand, you can turn your hand upside down, and they'll hold on. And they don't have any sting or anything. I mean, you shouldn't step on them because it's depressing for them. But the ones with the long spines, those have the venom, and those are the ones that can do some real painful damage. One of the guys that we work with, he works with a lot of the coral, and those long spine sea urchins are really connected to the health of coral reefs. And he says if he gets stuck by one, he passes out.
Oh,
that's probably more of an allergic reaction, though.
I have an important question. Is it Penisillaria? Penicillaria?
Or PED.
Oh, pedis.
Oh, we misheard that.
Like feet. Yeah.
Listen, we've already started controversy here. Nobody cares about the pedicellariaria because our Oliver's saying I could have had it right if fire coral was the right answer. Paul Atta says
you gotta go with this.
Yeah, Paul Atta says only on the ship show will I get a question right by answering it wrong.
Yep.
But
hey, you guys know what you're getting into when you play this game.
Karen Griswold wants to know, do you pee on it like a jellyfish sting?
Don't pee on either one of them.
Even on a jellyfish? No, right?
Peeing on there's no marine wound that peeing on it will help it.
Really?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, no, that's all from bad friends episode.
Wait, you know what you've just done? You've blown our mind here.
This is a revelation.
Bad idea. In most cases, you want to put it in as hot of water as you can tolerate without burning yourself, and that'll relieve the pain. But as far as like jellyfish go, usually vinegar is what's recommended for jellyfish because there's some chemistry that happens to deactivate the venom. As far as sea urchins, I'm not sure if vinegar will be helpful. I would say the hot water will probably help, but you definitely want to see a medical person, because if there is something still in your foot or hand or whatever, you need to get that removed.
Okay. Steve Morellis says, I got stung by a bad girl in New Orleans.
See how the type of comments we get?
All right. All the times at the church picnic. Okay. We're just kidding.
All right, let's go to see who is the winner.
Moving on, let's find out who won.
And the referees have determined that there is no scoring error.
Duck à l'orange, Steven Z, my boy, my homeboy, I think is the winner. It was rigged. I told him. Way to go, Steven Z. I'm very proud. I'm very proud of you. You have won yourself a Trapper Keeper.
Is that the last Trapper Keeper?
It's the last one. The Trapper Keeper era is over.
You can resell these on eBay for like twice what you bought.
How cool is that? Just take them and sell them on eBay.
Yeah.
All right, let's get back to our other screen here. Congratulations, Mr. Z Duck à l'orange.
Thank you to Fantastic Studios, Matt and Kimbra, for playing along.
Yes, it was awesome to have you guys back. Well, not back, but it was awesome to reciprocate the 2 times that we've been on your podcast, and we've kept you online for 2 hours, guys.
So I gotta tell you that was the fastest 2 hours. Usually I'm blowing the horn. I'm blowing the horn at a minute or an hour and 20, hour and 30.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, we covered all the bases here tonight. That's your cue to hit the horn.
I want to get stung. Oh, I want you to get stung by some other stuff. Well,
what? We
all enjoy snorkeling together because you'll take...
You want me to get stung?
Yeah. You'll take away all the other stuff.
This is... All right, Matt and Kimbra, to all of you in the coop, Stacy Waldrop, she says thank you. Oh, my bad, Stacy. My bad.
Thank you, Stacy.
Hey, we have a buddy, Stacy, that lives here, who's also male.
I know. Listen.
Come on.
I blew it. Anyway, thank you guys for joining. We appreciate it. And thank you once again. I will cherish this. We will not be drinking this like in mass quantities. We will.
Trevor wants to snorkel with you, John.
Gotta sit in the liquor cabinet for a while and be savored.
Yeah. I'm going snorkeling with John, says Trevor McGockler. I like it. Guy in
Says
the Lowe's
man
parking
from
lot.
Canada that weathers bears when he goes camping. That's perfect.
R. Oliver says
It's
the guy
like
in the
what they
Lowe's
say
park.
with alligators, you don't have to be faster than the alligator. You just have to be faster than the person you're with.
That's right.
I didn't mean to gesture to you, by the way.
R. Oliver says the guy in the Lowe's parking lot has a truckload of Trapper Keepers and Louis Vuitton stuff for cheap. But he spelled it differently. You know, Trapper Heaper and Louis Vuitton. I like it. Great show.
Wait,
to
I gotta
you.
wait. Hold on
Yes.
a second. I didn't know. I heard a comment earlier. You guys are going on the Virgin ship.
Yes.
Fantastic.
And it goes to Bimini and where else? Is it just to Bimini?
Well,
Originally.
it's also now going to Costa Maya. We booked
Okay.
it going to Dominican Republic, but they changed it last week.
Which is fine with us because we're going to be in Dominican Republic again twice on the horizon in a week. So,
Right. Well, you're
so
gonna.
it's okay.
Dominican Republic out. So, yeah.
Well, that's super awesome that you guys are able to go on that ship, and probably one of the first people we know of going on that ship. So,
Speaking
we
of
look
it-
forward to your
So excited
reports.
for that ship.
Speaking of the Dominican Republic, and not to be a Debbie Downer, but Caitlin just called me actually. She just called me, but she just came back from the Dominican, positive COVID.
Ooh.
And I'll tell you what I like. I have a fruit fetish. I know.
Luckily,
I myself.
as of right
Actually,
now,
I find
they're all
actually
doing
very
well,
beautiful.
or doing as well as could be expected. But no taste, no smell, and she keeps trying to call me, but we've covered the bases. But I feel like well, I'll reserve my opinions on the Dominican
I
for
don't think
another
it has
show.
to do with where it is. It's just
That resort. That resort.
Possibly. You don't know that.
I've done some research.
Okay.
But I don't know what I'm talking about. So
We digress, and we don't want to.
York's like, shut up. She keeps calling me. But guys, thanks. Thanks for joining us. We're gonna shut it down. Hopefully, before 2023 in February, we can dive together somehow. Maybe in Florida, even like the manatee
snorkel.
swims.
I like the springs.
And
that
you know,
you guys have. That's pretty
Wintertime
sweet.
manatee swims, Crystal River. Yeah.
One of the things we didn't mention is some of the photography that you guys do. When you guys talk about the birds and like, you know, you guys get some really good photos of that stuff. And when I've met you, I didn't know that you had a photography bug. But you guys get some really good shots of those local birds. So, guys, if you haven't already, please subscribe to Fintastic Studios, Matt and Kimbra, Fintastic Cruising podcast every Friday night, right?
We're right now we're doing Friday nights. We're actually thinking about changing it up, but for right now, definitely Friday nights.
Okay. You're thinking of switching it up?
Maybe.
To a different night of the week, you mean?
Maybe, yes.
Yeah,
maybe.
okay.
The podcast comes out as an audio podcast every Sunday morning.
Awesome. Hey, guys, thank you so much. Honestly, this has been one of the most enjoyable Wednesdays.
Yep.
I mean, I love every Wednesday. But
But it is fun when we can nerd out every now and then, you
and
know?
I can learn something.
Yeah, I really do feel like you guys taught us some stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I would have never guessed. I would have thought an octopus would have used his tentacles to grab a giant squid and beat him. As it turns out, an octopus only has arms, and the squid's got the tentaci, and that's how it works. All right, guys. Thanks for joining us. Everyone in the chat, we appreciate all your comments. We'll see you next time.
Be nice to each other.
All right. It's over now.